Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany. If you are new, welcome, and if you're not new, thank you so much for tuning in for another video. So today's video has a couple of disclaimers before we get started. My nails are little nubs because I had to remove them, and I'm trying to strengthen my nails a little bit before I do them again, but I don't know how long that's going to last because I miss having my nails done, and so please don't worry about them. Look past the nails because yeah, just don't worry about that. Also, before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button before you leave. Make sure you thumbs up the video if you like it, if you like me, and all of that good stuff. And hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified when I upload new content on this channel. And here we go. So today's video is going to be a first impression on a foundation that a few people, that's an understatement, a lot of people have already tried this foundation and love it and have been raving about it, and I just honestly wanted to I don't like being left out of a movement, so I had to try it for myself. And so I got on Amazon and I ordered it, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The only reason, well, there's two reasons that I got this foundation. One, because I don't like being left out of the movement, and I love trying new foundations anyway. I actually got this because not only was everyone and their mom talking about how good this stuff was, but I have a Instagram buddy named Ariana, and she raved about this for the longest, and every time I watched her IG stories, everybody and their mama was talking about they picked this up because she told them it was amazing, and she, you know, she's been telling everybody this stuff is great. So I was like, okay girl, what you got? What you talking about? So I picked up the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. Here we are. So this is what we're going to be working with today, and I just wanted to let everybody know that I picked the shade out online, so there's a 50-50 chance for this thing to match me, because they really don't have that many shades for darker complexions. They've got like super dark shades, you know, they've got like 2 or 3 super dark shades, but as far as like us medium dark to deep tan type skin tones, I don't see a whole lot of options. I'm going to look up the claims of this real quick because there wasn't a whole lot of information on here, to be honest. I ordered mine off Amazon, so I'm gonna show y'all. I'll let you know what I found. The claims on this foundation are that it is 24-hour fresh wear. I don't know who's wearing their foundation for 24 hours, but I will not. Satan lied. I'm not doing that. Liquid long wear foundation. It's lightweight, breathable, natural matte finish, medium to full coverage, sweat and transfer resistant, waterproof foundation. Comes in 1 fluid ounce. And they have, I believe, how many shades do they have in this? I think it's like 30 or something. I don't be knowing. Hold on, let me check. This foundation comes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30 shades. I was right. And the shade that I picked out is Copper. Now, if you look at the pictures on Ulta's website, they're a little misleading, at least for the darker shades. I don't know, I can't gauge the lighter shades because I'm not that light. But Copper looks a little dark on Ulta's website, but I ordered this off Amazon and it was a little bit lighter. It also depends on your computer or phone color settings and all that kind of stuff, so it could be anything. But yeah, she's looking a little dark on Ulta's website. But yes, I did get the shade Copper, and on Ulta this is $14.99, so thank God I ordered it off Amazon, because $14.99 is a little steep for you, girl. Okay, to start off with, let me just say she's cute. She's in a glass bottle. She has a pump. Glory be to God. She's got a little indentation here in the top for your finger, and a little indentation here, like a teeny tiny mini version of that Beauty Blender foundation that nobody liked. But that's here. And before I put it on my face, I do want to go ahead and make some shade comparisons for some common foundations that I know a lot of people have. Okay, so I'm going to put up the swatches that I did of other common foundations that people use. These are the ones that are like drugstore price range. Well, one of them isn't, but we'll get to that later. But anyway, the ColourPop No Filter Liquid Foundation I have in the color Dark 175, and that is right next to the L'Oreal foundation. Next to that, I have the shade 356 from Maybelline Fit Me. This is the Matte and Poreless foundation. Next to that, I have the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir foundation in the shade 760. This is Classic Tan. It's my winter shade. I can use this in the wintertime by itself. I don't even have to set this foundation in the winter, even though I have combination skin. This is a really good foundation, and I bought this solely because of Raw Beauty Christy. If you don't know who she is, then I'm not sure what you're doing with your life. And then the last foundation I wanted to put next to this is not a drugstore foundation at all, but this is another one of those shades that I feel like is kind of similar but a little bit more red. I am going to compare the Marc Jacobs Shameless foundation in the color Tan R490, and this one, like I said, is more red in tone, but this one is a really good one for me to mix with my Healthy Elixir or my ColourPop foundation if I am really tan. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and swatch that one too. Alright guys, so now it's time for me to apply the foundation to my face. So I'm going to go ahead and prime before I do that, because I always prime, and I know people like to try, you know, doing their normal routine on one side and then doing just foundation with nothing else on the other, but that's just not realistic for me at all. I always prime before I put on foundation. Anytime I wear it, I prime. So I'm using the Too Faced Hangover Primer, and we're just going to do a couple of pumps of this and go ahead and prime the skin. I'm going to take my Real Techniques sponge here, and I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of pumps of this foundation on the back of my hand. I will show you what one pump looks like so you get an idea. That is one full pump of foundation. As you can see, it is rather runny. That's kind of surprising to me, because I just assumed with the claims of the foundation that it would be thicker, but okay. We're going to start off with one pump, and I'm just going to place dots around my face. And I don't know how fast this dries, so I'm just going to do one side to begin with, and then we'll move on from there. So I just put a couple dots on my face, and now I'm just going to go in with my damp sponge, and I'm going to blend this in. And like I said, I don't know if this dries super fast, but I don't want to mess my makeup up today by testing that theory. and waiting too long to blend this in. Ooh, that blended in kind of quick. Look, she's cute. I think this might actually work. Okay. Come through coverage. Okay, this is the foundation on one side of my face, and I have to say, I'm here for the shade match. I think I did an excellent job shade matching, because you can't clock her. You cannot clock that. Look at that. That looks like my skin. Excuse me? Hold on. Okay. That was just a few dots on the side of my face. You saw that, right? Ooh, she's cute. I like that. Now, typically I would do a small amount of color correcting around my mouth because I do have hyperpigmentation there. So we'll see how well that covers. When I layer it, I am going to do a little bit more here before I go on to the next side of my face. But I'm just going to put a little bit more down here because this is where I need more coverage. Let's see how she layers. Excuse me, L'Oreal. Excuse me, L'Oreal. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm getting loud. If you have headphones in and you're listening to this, turn the volume down. Because, seriously? Wait a minute. Okay, L'Oreal. Okay, I see you. What? That literally... Why does that look just like my skin? Oh my goodness. Wait. I'm getting excited. I'm getting hyped right now. I'm just in disbelief. That looks so good. That looks so good. Y'all. Okay, let me do the other side of my face. I used a pump, basically. This is what's left from what I just did. And I'm not going to worry about my forehead because my hair is covering it anyway. But this is what's left of that one pump that I just did. So I'm going to do another pump for the other side of my face. So 2 pumps if you want this kind of coverage. But she looks so natural. And do you see? I did have to bring this down my neck a little bit, but for the most part, ooh, she's... Okay, I'm getting excited. Let me just put this on and stop playing. Let's see what we got going on here. And like when you first put it on, it's almost like, well, for me, it looks a little orange, but then it just kind of blends in. I will say if you are sensitive to smells, this might bother you a little bit because it is pretty fragrant. It has like a perfumey type of scent, but it's not like super duper strong, but it is noticeable for sure. Really? Yes, L'Oreal. And it actually covered up most of my hyperpigmentation. Like I don't see this. I'm happy with this coverage. I'm happy with the way this looks. And I would go out with my skin looking just like this. And to be honest, with the way that this, let me stop. With the way that this looks right now, I don't feel like there's many places on my face that I would need to set. Like honestly, I would just set my nose and probably my forehead if I put it on my forehead, but I didn't. I'm going to zoom in so you can see this better, but I am really happy with the amount of coverage that this is given. Give me a second. Okay guys, so I am up close and personal with you right now, but I just want you to see what I'm seeing. Do you see my face? Do you see my skin? Do you see this? It has this nice natural kind of sheen there. You can see the light bouncing off my cheek. I'm going to turn the light down just a little bit so you can see even better. Okay. So do you see this? It's not like cakey around my nose. It's got nice luminosity to it, but it looks really natural. It looks like my skin. Next to my hand, she's a nice match. I'm excited. This is even coverage. This is good. She's nice and skin-like. It does not look like I'm wearing foundation. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Anyway. This feels very lightweight. It is more of a natural matte type of finish, and it's not cakey at all. Super lightweight, super blendable, and easy to work with. I used a sponge for this, a damp sponge. Damp, not wet. But it looks really good. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, and I will be back to let you guys know how this goes. I put this on around 10-15 minutes ago, so it's nice and settled in, and I know you see that. Ooh, her skin is popping. Okay, let me go ahead and get off camera and have a little moment with my foundation. Okay, I'll see y'all in a little bit. Alright guys, so I have come back with a full beat face. Yes, honey, if you want to see this makeup look, I filmed this just a little while ago, and it'll probably be up right after this foundation video. But anyway, I am back, and it has been like two or 3 hours. I just kind of hung around and did other stuff, and then I came back, and this is what we're looking like right now. Like I said, it's only been a few hours, like 3 hours I think, or just under 3 hours, so it better not look crazy at this point. But this is what it looks like with all of my makeup on, and everything looks real nice and stuff, and I really love this foundation like so much. It looks really good. It looks very natural. It's not creasing or caking up around my nose. It looks real good, and the color match is like perfection. After I concealed, I used my Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade 12.5 I think, or 12.5. Was it 12.5? I think it was. Anyway, I used that. I also used a little bit of C11 in that concealer, because I just like how, you know, I like the brightness. I don't like it to be crazy, but I do like a bright under eye, especially if I'm doing like a really dramatic look like what I have on today. So I did that, and it layered really well with that concealer. And then I just used a very small amount of powder on my T-zone and under my eyes, of course. And I tried to avoid putting too much powder on my cheeks, but I did have to put some excess powder down there because there was a little fallout with my eyeshadows, and sorry, I'm looking in my mirror. There was a little bit of excess fallout under my eyes, so I put more powder down there to catch the fallout, and then I swept that away, and I put plenty of setting spray on. The setting spray that I used was the Hyaluronic Fix setting spray from Makeup Revolution. I really love this stuff, It melts my makeup in really well and leaves my skin feeling nice and hydrated. It doesn't dry me out. There are like mattifying sprays. If you want to use like a mattifying spray, you can, but I wanted to use something that was more moisturizing and left my skin with a little bit more life in it, because this is advertised as more of like a matte foundation. It's not real matte and it's not drying at all, at least not on me. This is more what I consider to be kind of like a satin matte finish, more natural than anything, because it left my skin with a nice glow as you saw earlier, but it didn't have like overly like dewy complexion vibes. Like I didn't get that kind of look from it. So this is more satin matte to demi matte in my opinion. But this is what everything looks like all put together, and I really love this foundation. I'm enjoying wearing it. I'm enjoying what it feels like. It's very lightweight and easy to blend out, and it gives me nice medium coverage. And if you wanted to go in with a second layer, you could absolutely build this up and it gives you more of a fuller coverage. I wouldn't say it's absolute full coverage, but this is definitely nice coverage, and it's enough for me, and it's definitely enough to cover your hyperpigmentation. I did not color correct or anything. Sometimes I'll do that with lighter coverage foundations, but I didn't do that with this one because I wanted to see what this one was going to do on its own. So that's what we're dealing with right now, and I really like the way it looks. So that's my review of the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. And hopefully if you haven't picked this up yet and you're interested, you pick it up. Let me know what you think, if you already have this, if this has become your new like holy grail foundation. Please let me know. This is probably going to end up being that for me, because my skin is really looking good right now. I'm loving the way my skin looks. I really do. I am noticing some slight cracking right here next to right on the corners of my mouth, but that happens to me with pretty much any foundation. Like I haven't really found one yet that doesn't do that to me, but that's not noticeable unless you're like really close to my face, and y'all aren't that close. Like you're closer than average, I guess, but you're not that close. But it looks really good. It looks really good. I'm happy. So anyway, that is my first impression of the L'Oreal foundation. I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you have this foundation, like I said, let me know what you think of it. I would love to know your thoughts. Please sound off down in the comments, and also let me know what kind of videos you want to see from me in the future. I've got a few things on the schedule for the next couple of weeks, and I'm excited, but let me know if you have any requests. Also, don't forget to follow me on my social media. All of my links will be down in the description box. My Instagram, my Twitter. Nobody uses Snapchat anymore except for the filters. Or at least that's me. That's me. Let me know if that's you, because I don't mess with Snapchat these days because they play too much. But I love the filters, so that's all that is. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off here because I've been rambling for way too long and I don't want this video to go on forever. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you made it to the end, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I love you dearly. Thank you, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.